In this lesson, we'll move up to start working on the roof using some of the base geometry that we created previously. Right, so we've got our pieces up here that we're going to be using. I'm going to go ahead and just hide the windshield and backlight there so that we can see what we're working on a little bit better. And I'm also going to delete half of this guy just so we're concentrating on the minimum here. So the first thing we want to do, we're basically going to have split this piece right here into two pieces. The bottom part will be connected to the door, and the top part will be part of the roof. Okay, and we're going to have a piece right here that comes right around the top and comes straight down. So we need to use both of these pieces in some way to combine those. And then we're going to cut a little portion out here on the top for the portion of the door, because this door kind of swings up in like this. So part of it is on the side and part of it's kind of up on the top here. So we need to cut out that piece as well. So I think the first thing we might want to do is actually try to match the geometry of these two pieces up a little bit better. Right now this is a little bit lower res, so all I'm going to do right now is go in here, start adding some edges, and I'm just going to start matching these up just a little bit better. So I'm going to move this up and move it in, and then I can grab this point and just snap it right there, holding down my V key. I can snap that point. And let's see, I'm going to add an edge right here. I'm just going to kind of up-res this side piece to match the resolution that I have in the door here, or in the roof rather. Okay, so I'm just going to pull that into position, snap that down, pull this guy over and snap him right into position there. Snap, and let's go ahead and add one right in here, and then we can snap that as well. And I'll snap this right down into that, and then we'll just do one more right here. I'm going to grab this point and snap it right to that guy. Okay, so we've got our resolution. I'm going to just snap this final one down here. We've got our resolution matched up a little bit better. Now this front piece is going to come around and go straight down. So we need to have half of this combined with this piece. So we need to go ahead and split this guy. First, let me redraw this just a little bit. I'm going to draw that down just about here instead of having it come up that way. I'll just delete that edge. And I'm going to go ahead, let me just redraw that just a little bit too. Alright, and now we need to go ahead and split this piece. So I'm going to go ahead and just add an edge right in the center. And then I'll select those faces. I'm just going to select all the top faces here. And I'll just go ahead and extract those under Mesh Extract to pull those out. So now I've got these separate pieces. And then I can go up here. I don't want this to be quite so wide, I think. So I'm going to grab these points up here and just pull them down just a little bit. And I'm going to pull this guy over just slightly. Maybe pull him back just a little bit more. Alright, so now we need to combine. Let's go ahead and combine this roof geometry. Basically want the portion where the door starts to be combined. So let's go into our side view. Let's check out where that door starts. That's going to be right about here is where that door divide is going to happen. So let's say this face. So from this face on, we'll go ahead and extract that. And we'll leave this piece as a separate piece, But this guy we are going to actually combine together. So let's go ahead and grab those, and I'm just going to go up to mesh and combine those. And then we just need to merge those vertices together. So I'm going to grab all these vertices and do a quick merge. Just make sure, check, make sure that that merge has happened correctly. Alright, so now we need to cut out the door, the actual top of the door here. So we know it's going to come right here and over. So if we go up here, you can check that out. These faces is basically where we want it to start. You can kind of see the line right there. So we want these faces, these, and we basically want the door to come all the way up to where our little piece comes down. Okay. So let's go ahead and extract that. Okay, so now we got this is basically going to be part of the door, and this is going to be part of the roof. Okay. So now let's go ahead and add a little bit of resolution in here. We know this door will need some thickness, so I'm going to go ahead and grab this guy and just extrude him down. In the same way we've added thickness to our other pieces. And just reverse that. And then I'll add a little bit of resolution. I don't think we want it to be completely sharp, but we do want to have some sharpness to it there, so add some edges right along there. And now if we check that out, we can sub-D that and see how that's looking. Looks pretty good. So now we need to look at our the top part of our door here, or our roof rather. I think this guy needs to come up a little bit more. I'd rather he be kind of up right about here maybe. So I'm going to just actually draw that maybe right about there. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and connect it down to that part, and then I can delete that edge, and then I'll just delete that face and one extra little point there, and that just creates a little bit more better slope there. And I can even grab this and pull it up just a little bit. Alright, now we can go in here and let's actually go ahead and add our matching resolution here for our side piece, or for our roof piece here. And in this case, I'm going to try to add it in the center and then draw it over to match right there. And delete that edge. And in this case, I'll just use my split polygon tool and draw it right off the bat. Just trying to match up the same little bit of resolution there. And we will need an edge right here for when we add our thickness. And right along the back. Now we still need an edge right here, which I will draw in to match. And you might need to pull that up slightly. And one more. I'm just going to go ahead and draw that out right away. Match that up right there. And then we'll grab these points and just pull them up just a little bit. Alright, so that resolution should match up with our door so that we get a nice opening there when we subdivide it. Alright, we will need a few other edges because we always need these edges on the top to hold this. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm just going to quickly add edge right here, and then I'll just spread those out. just a little bit. Just spread them out. And then I don't really want to redraw those. I'm just going to draw that out, branch it off there, and then delete these. And then this guy, I can just move him right over here. Just kind of spacing out a little bit. And then we need to have one on the back side here. So I'm going to put one right in the center. And then I'm just going to draw it in where I want it. And connect it back up. Right back up there. And then I'll draw this guy all the way over. And then we just need to go in and select those edges that we don't want. And just get rid of those. And then just one more. Right along this front here. Just put that right in there, and then we'll see how that affects our connection here. We've got that. I'm just going to delete the history on that. All right, so we've got a lot of the resolution added that we needed. We've got the door, kind of top part of the door cut out. So the next lesson we'll come in, do a little more work on the roof. We'll mirror it over, start adding some thickness. We'll add a scoop in here, do a little more work on the roof and the side.